everybody. Quantum Fissure against the Dedicated. I'm here with CaptQuiggles. What's going
Howdy,
on?
everybody. Okay, well, it seems this is the actual third game of the day, as it seems. But there was a forfeit, I believe, on the second game. But yes, it's two teams. It's the Dedicated versus the Quantum Fissure, two GM teams, and hopefully going to be a pretty good match.
I'm kind of expecting to see a lot of, it's really popular for to see Orisa Roadhog. So I'm kind of expecting that. But as far as like DPS, maybe like Pharah and Pharmacy, but I don't know. Usually I'm wrong. I see a lot of different meta picks.
Yeah, mostly it's Pharah McCree on this map, but more skillful teams will try throwing out a Widow. You'll see that.
The game isn't Roblox, shoot.
But yeah, the guys who you guys are watching, it's going to be best 2 out of 3. So first to win 2 takes it all.
That's right. Seemed we had a little bit of a mix-up with the map, as it seemed. Or just people weren't ready.
Yeah, for those of you who are curious, a lot of the skills right now, like as far as SR, is GM and above, around that range.
There's a few names I recognize. Altgo, correct me if I'm saying that wrong, and then Smashix. I do remember both of them. I think I remember seeing Snake in a few of my games as well. Also, Blue, what is your channel name?
Oh, it's same as my PSN name.
Okay. Sadly, I didn't get that before the match started.
I don't know, a lot of people hate Helios, but I find most people like the map. So.
Yeah, it has a lot for ruins. It can be a very good Widow map, or it can be a very good dive map. And then you have the well, which is mostly like a bunker or a hog, and then you have lighthouse, which you can run a lot of things. So it's a very versatile map, I think.
I'm kind of curious how they're gonna run their comp, because recently there was some nerfs and some buffs lately.
Right,
so.
Yeah. The Orisa, especially with the 10-second cooldown instead of 8 seconds, which it was before. Oh, I miss those days. Coming from an Orisa made myself.
Yeah, definitely. I see a lot of people playing Tracer, surprisingly.
Yeah. Well, Tracer is making a comeback with the buff that they gave her, with the extra 3 meters, I think it was. I could be wrong on that one. But yeah, it looks like our team, we have a Widow Sombra coming out. I think that's on Team Fissure. And a Widow Tracer coming out on the other.
Oh, interesting. They got the Ham and Orisa, and not surprisingly, we got a Tracer there. So
we will be seeing a Widow battle. I cannot wait for this. I haven't seen one for a while.
It's going to be really interesting because one Widow is getting buffed and the other isn't. So that might be the difference.
That's true.
Were you expecting this? No Sigma after the nerf? What do you think, CaptQuiggles?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to see much more Sigma since Orisa Hog is, Orisa Hog all in all is the most self-sustaining comp. Oh, Anna gets taken out. Snake. Team Fissure is on a rough side looking here. Yes, holy, the Dedicated just rolling over him. This is kind of sad to see.
Yes, I didn't expect that right away.
Well, the Hammock can easily mess up your team. Sombra should be able to hack it. Perhaps they saw this coming, that's why they picked Sombra to counter the Hammock. I don't know anything about these teams, but they probably do know a good deal about each other. So
Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Should be some pretty high level matches here.
There, yes.
So I'm kind of curious how they're going to use this Tracer ult. They're going to hold it until they get on point.
I'm curious. The dedicated are having like a bunker comp set up around their Widow. You can see how very much they're playing around the Widow.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
Tracer comes and picks 3 kills.
Tracer flank is real right now. I don't know if you saw this, but he went right behind Mercy, and it was not even like a second or two, and Mercy was down. Every shot hit.
Yeah, the Hog. They have 2 counters to the Tracers, the Hog and the McCree. If either of those can land a combo, you know, a hook or a stun, the Tracer's out of commission. They just have to see that before it happens.
Yep, I agree. This Ana is just getting harassed by this Tracer in the backline.
Sombra coming in. She has EMP. She can use this. If she counters the Hammond Mines with this, it could work, but she doesn't.
Ooh, this Tracer might go
That's a
crazy
trade.
right
Alt's coming out from the Earth. And Mad Max dies. That's
Man.
a big ante, but I don't know if the Tracer will be able to follow up with that. She will. Widow's on the left looking for a pick. And get slept by Snake. If they can combo with this, if they can take out the Widow, that would be huge.
I don't know, it might be too late. It's already gonna go into overtime.
Sombra was able to touch. If they can get to point, they still might be able to fight this out.
Oh,
EMP
there's hope.
used. Catches 2.
Quantum Fissure getting the picks. They just need to seal the deal. And there's another pick, and that should be the fight right there.
Yeah, that should be a team fight one for Quantum Fissure, but however, I say that and Dedicated seem to be still holding on to it. They need to focus on the Mercy if they want to win this.
And this Tracer is just going nuts right now. It's like they can't
Mercy got
figure out how
hacked.
to deal with that.
Mercy got killed, okay. And the point got turned over. The Hammond, he uses ult there, they still want to engage on this. Mad Max is kind of all by himself here on the point. He does have his Mercy along with him, but I don't know how long this can last. Now that 4 of the enemy have returned. They're trying to hold out, but it's just a Mercy on point.
I don't know if you see this, but this Widowmaker is set up at a really good angle. And I don't know how they're going to deal with that.
I don't know either. The Sombra will be able to touch for overtime. And the McCree and the Ana are coming back from
Oh man.
Fissure's side.
Quantum Fissure has no ults to contest this. It's going to be pretty ugly. I think this is going to be the first victory for the Dedicated.
Supercharger comes out from the Dedicated. If he can land a huge... High Noon is huge. He picks up 2. Well, technically 1. And Quantum Fissure is getting kills and kills. They might be able to turn this one around.
I think I might be wrong. I think you're right.
Tracer contesting as long as she can. Alright, we have the Widow swap to McCree from the Dedicated. They got a lot of value out of having the Widow, but must just be time to take the point fast is what they're thinking. The Dedicated Hammond sneaking around the left side next to the statue. Not that statue, there's 2
It's going to
statues.
be an interesting battle because the Dedicated have an Ana boost, and they only have to win one more fight. So.
But the EMP comes out from Miraki, forgive me if I'm saying that wrong, and an Ana boost on the Sombra as well. Hammond gets red for the Dedicated. The Arissa needs healing, but she's not given it. Oh, this may be the point switch.
That
My
could be
favorite.
The map right there.
McCree, Jexinx, he is really doing work. His point presence is insane.
And it looks
Monkey
like,
seems to be coming back. He will
like
be
the
able to
Dedicated
contest.
are going to be able to take this first win here. Unless
Well,
I'm
you know,
wrong
who
again.
knows? Tracer, they
Oh,
the High Noon is for surely gonna kill him. Will they be able to contest again? They will be able to, but how long will they be able to keep this game up?
I mean, they need to get a pick right now for some hope to rise.
No, I
That's
think
gonna be it.
finally, yes, the map goes over to the Dedicated. That was the war of overtime, I think, right there.
Gotta give Quantum Fissure a lot of credit for not giving up.
Yeah, for sure. They really, all they had to do is mirror match, and I think they were in a better position. It seems like the Dedicated really know how to play well and play together, and their shot calling must be on par, on point, because you know, their target focusing was amazing. I think Quantum
Yeah, I
Fissure just
agree.
needs to understand
I
that.
noticed Quantum Fissure, I feel like they were communicating better as the match progressed because Tracer wasn't really getting away with a lot of picks like earlier, but by then it was already like 93%, so it was kind of too late. We'll see
Yep.
how they adjust in this map right here.
We'll see Quantum Fissure coming out with a Somber Tracer, and then having the Hammond Orisa. We'll see. Whereas the other team is coming out with a Ryan Ball. I have not seen this in a while.
I've not seen that either.
You're
Oh,
actually getting a kill on the Hammond.
that could be enough right there to secure
No,
the point.
Jackson gets the healer. Supports are, in one way or another, far more important. And the Hammond gets killed. This is looking bad. Yep. This is gonna be a quick point win for the dedicated.
Every time it seems like Quantum Fissure has it, there's always someone behind them getting picks and turning the tides.
It really is. It's I don't know what's going on. I just don't think they're focusing the right targets or just playing together as well as the dedicated are. Just really, as a team, you have to play together. If they can get this kill on the McCree, that'd be, and he does.
I'm honestly surprised we haven't seen any Bastions. Like, I've been seeing a lot of Bastions lately.
Very
Good match for
true.
him, too.
This one is I believe this lighthouse was more for the Symmetra May.
Oh man, that was a good opportunity for the dedicated Tracer to get a pick, but missed his ults, and everyone targeted that Tracer immediately.
It really was. I think the Quantum Fissure just need to push up a little bit. Oh, they go with the Hog Rider? Okay. I think they're more built around mobility at this stage. And the Mad Max coming out with an early bongos. If they can focus down the Reinhardt, that'd be huge.
Oh, that was really
Tracer's
smart.
just Tracer was wreaking havoc, but Smash just annihilates him.
I don't know if you
gets killed
saw
in the
that,
ad-
but
ad-
the dedicated got their Ryan ulted, but the Ham already ulted too, so you can't pin someone when there's bombs around. That was a very unfortunate.
zoning ult. That's amazing. No, I think Quantum Fissure just need to, for one, just focus down Jex, the McCree. How do you pronounce it? Is that Jexinx?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Yeah, you can see the Hammond and the Tracer going after the McCree. They really want to kill him.
Man, freaking
Tracer's
Quantum
wreaking havoc.
Fissure's Mercy has been on point with the heals, because their Ana's been harassed all game by this Tracer.
The Tracer's not letting up at all, and they take the point. It was slow, but the dedicated seem to have turned this around.
I think Quantum Fissure is actually in a good position right now. They got high percentage. If they can come back and take the point, they could
Yeah,
possibly win this.
Yeah, they'll have Pulse Bomb, EMP. You
They're
can
about to
Pulse
get
Bomb.
everything.
Yeah, if you can EMP, the entire team, at least EMP, let's say the ones that they think they have ult. If they know the McCree has ult, just use a Pulse Bomb on him, and then once he's down, just engage with EMP. Oh, they get the hook on the hog.
Oh,
That's
a
huge pick.
They gotta push in
They
now.
They
Use
get the
that
hack on the
Tracer bomb?
Orisa.
They might not even
Amazing.
use. They might not even need to use the Tracer bomb. They want it. They won the battle.
They don't need to use any ults. That's amazing. Now they have charged the Nano Boost and Valk.
Oh,
The Tracer gets a kill on the Mercy, but well, that's a trade.
they're gonna have to really focus here. They're down a couple players.
Orisa gets booped by the Hammond. But the EMP comes out, but it doesn't look like they're getting any value out of it. If the Hawk can get a hook on the McCree, that'd be huge, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
He's alone. He's gonna try to escape.
Yeah, they might have just used 2 ults for nothing right there.
They still got
Yeah,
3 ults for the next fight. If they can coordinate.
True. Not quite game-changing ults unless you can get like a double stick with the Pulse Bomb.
Mm-hmm.
He gets a stick and he kills a Hammond. That's actually pretty big.
Yeah.
But he does get res, but that doesn't also mean that they don't have res for anybody else.
I think he was going for the Mercy, but still got a pick. Not too bad.
You can see Meraki, he knows that he has high noon. He was looking for the hack.
Oh, nice hook.
And
That could seal the deal right there.
Really does. Oh, that was a good hack and pull.
I think it's a desperate Ana boost, but I don't think it's gonna get the job done today because it's 1v6.
The Nano Tracer is pretty dangerous, but at the end of the day, hacks are more important. And a very, very well coordinated, I think, fight right there for the quad measure.
Very, very close game. It looked one-sided at first, but
It did.
Quantum Fissure putting it together. And this one's going to decide it all. I feel like that well in the middle. I feel like a lot of players are going to be in there real soon.
I'm worried about the dedicated going with the Hammond right here because I'm worried for Quantum Fissure, of course, because if someone knows that they can play Hammond well, you can get so many boops at the well.
Yeah.
It looks like that's mostly what the dedicated are going for in their comp.
I agree. You get the Lucio and that Ham going for boops.
All they're missing is a
DPS.
Pharah for boop. They have it all.
3 boops.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah, you can see the Hammond going around already. He's looking for his opportunity.
Oh.
And oh,
Lucio almost getting booped himself from.
and the Hammond gets
Quantum
karma,
Fissure.
I think. Hammond gets hooked in the well, but he still has his hook. And Tracer gets a kill on Altagoth. Okay, that's very good picks coming for Quantum Fissure. They kill the McCree, they do, and they get the point. They look like they're pushing this. I don't think they're satisfied with what they got.
Yeah, just trying to be aggressive. Don't want to be too aggressive because once you lose 1 or 2 people, you can just really hand the point over by accident.
Absolutely. Okay, Meraki and Snake are 70% on both of their ults. 2 very game-changing ults at that. And you can also see that the dedicated also switched to Hammond. The sad thing here is that the Quantum Fissure doesn't really have anybody focused on the Pharah except for the Ana, which is pretty much just Ana's job right now. Oh, that's a big hook.
Oh, another hook.
Oh,
Ana's
that-
down the well. Oh, another hook.
Oh my goodness, so many hooks coming out.
I can't tell who's
That's
in
amazing.
charge of this team fight. Too many, like trading right away.
I know. The Bongos comes out from Quantum Fissure. They also got the hook on the Pharah, but I don't think they'll be able to get her just yet with the Pocket Mercy.
A lot of people in my chat are saying Quantum Fissure's Tracer is just popping off. It's a real threat. I agree.
Yeah, he is
Earlier on,
absolutely
the
well.
picks were real.
I think A's Lena just got a little bit carried away. I think they're looking for an EMP right here, and they are. They didn't get a hook, and they're looking for the hook. No, they're not. They get the kill on the hog. It's amazing. The Pharah, I think, is going around behind. No, she's not. I think their Pharah right now at this point is almost just not as good as Quantum Fissure's. I think they should swap off the Pharah at this moment if they don't start getting any picks. Perhaps they're looking for Barrage.
Yeah, I
If
think they're
dedicated
really.
seems taken away.
I think they're trying to figure something out because if they can win this somehow, then they win the map. But looks like they're gonna have to win another team fight if they want to get this
True.
win.
Well, I mean, dedicated have 5 alts at this, or 4 alts at this moment.
Yeah, it's not
They
looking
also
too good for Quantum because they don't have that many ults compared to the dedicated.
Yeah, unless the Lucio can get a quad boot, we'll see. I think at this moment it's focused on the Pharah, or just give her enough. Be aware of her ult because that's what's going to be coming in next. Oh, the Ana, she's looking in a dangerous place, but she used her grenade to heal. Smart plays.
What do you think, CaptQuiggles? Do you think you have to fight Afara with Afara, or no?
No, I would honestly switch to the McCree, but what they want to do, they want to charge EMP.
Ooh, very.
Oh,
nasty
she gets
ult.
nanoed. Nanoed Barrage is insane and picks up a 5k. Okay, at this moment, if I was Team Quantum Fissure, I would definitely switch to like off the Sombra into a McCree because With a Pocket Mercy, there's no real way to kill a Pharah. The only way is to win the team fight, but you can't really do that because they have flankers like him and Tracer. It's just going to mess up your backline. But they probably what they just are looking for is just to win the get the EMP off. Because I mean they're 99.
I
then
feel
again,
like if Quantum Fissure can take out their Mercy, it could be over.
and he comes out with a 2K. Ace Lena popping off with the 3 kills. They get the res on the Ana, but will that be enough to sustain him? I don't know. They can. Oh, the Tracer picks up the Ana. I got the Mercy. Tracer's going to be here to contest, but I don't know how long she'll be able to do that. And she gets hacked.
Oh, and that could be it.
Pharah's going to be the only one that can come in here and contest. And as I say that, the Hammond actually will be able to. Both focus down hard.
Immediately. That was nasty.
This is quick. The Lucio's trying to come in from behind with the boot. Playing behind the shield.
He's just buying time. I don't think he's trying to go for an elim. And he's doing a really good job right now. So,
He really is. Nobody can focus him down quite. The Mercy and the Tracer and the Hammond are back on point. Quantum Fissure's problem is now they're going to be focusing down targets, which they seem to be doing quite well. Tracer comes in with a Pulse Bomb. Tracer gets 1 kill on the Sombra. Oh, Dedicated might be taking this back unless they can focus down.
Somehow, the Dedicated making it happen, getting picks on the board. And it looks like Quantum
Pharah has
Fissure was going to win.
Barrage. Pharah has a Barrage. I think she's going to use it on the Ana. No, she's on the Orisa. And gets focused down by Smash. Mercy tries to go for a res, but gets killed by Smash. Oh my goodness, this Tracer is popping off.
Smash is carrying.
Smash just carried that whole match. I mean the match, maybe, but that map for sure. That is one going to the Quantum Fissure, and well deserved. They pulled together so well there.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of teamwork. I think Smash being a little bit more clutch towards the end than the whole match, but they were able to secure the victory. It was close. It was definitely close.
It really was. I think at this point, I believe that the Pharah was more on the weaker pick. Even though it was looking like it could turn around, it just wasn't enough. But I think what they're going for is more of a flanking style. They had a Tracer, they had Hammond, they had a Pharah. Pretty much just trying to get in and behind Quantum Fissure. But yeah. Fissure picking up the first win. This is a best out of 3, so best 2 out of 3. So we'll see.
I think those Roadhog kills in the beginning set the tone. So once they got those 2 picks, then his other team got 1 more, and then it turns into a 6v3.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much a hooking battle right there. It was a wrist pole hook, and it was a boot hook, and then a hack hook at the end. So at the beginning, that was fun. Fun just to watch that. I will be right back. Give me about 2 minutes.
Sounds good.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody. Seems the second map is going to be Hanamura. Obviously, we all know how challenging it can be.
Definitely. I was kind of hoping we'd see a Watchpoint. It's a pretty popular map that everyone likes.
Oh, heck, I love it. You know, whether I'm playing Hammond or pretty much any hero, particularly Widow. I have to throw that one out there.
I like the. I know it's like mostly Sigma, Orisa, but I like seeing Reinhardt Zarya face another Ryan Zarya. It's always fun.
Yes. I think if everybody was able to choose which map they wanted, they'd always choose King's Row and always go Ryan Zarya. I'm almost absolutely sure. Alright, loading into Hanamura. Here we go, we'll see who's on attack first. I think the Dedicated are on attack first. Alright, a sub came out. Lightwolf was brought in. Oh wait, how many? I think more than one sub is made on a dedicated part. So I'm seeing 4 new names. It's Hojo, the Genji, Lightwolf, Labori, and maybe those 2 are not new. Oh well. I'm expecting to see some more Orisa Ball probably to get past the barrier. On defense, I don't know if they're still going to go with the Sim. We'll see. On defense, it's going to be double shield Orisa Sigma. Yep, on attack, it looks like the Dedicated are going to go with the Orisa Hammond. Pretty easy just to blow past the first choke along with the Tracer. Junkrat obviously for shield spam.
I'm kind of surprised they're not running Pharmacy. Pharmacy's also a good pick.
It is very good
when you're
pick.
attacking.
Okay, it looks like they're going out with a Dedicated, going out with a complete dive with the Hammond Winston. However, they're going to be very disappointed when they find out that the enemy team has a double shield bash. We will see.
Definitely, I think they're gonna definitely have to find out the hard way.
They'll reconsider that. Probably going to go Sombra, I'm guessing.
One thing I love to see too is some teams, when some teams are really coordinated, like to go with the Symmetra on point. That can be very dangerous as well.
Yes. You know, defense of Symmetra is just as terrible as on offense because, you know, Symmetra on offense can just teleport you to point practically. They got a little separation going on here. Yeah, Hanzo had to touch the point so that the Hammond would get a tick.
Oh
And then
man.
gets punished instantly. And the Bastion needs to set up, you know, they need to play with the Bastion a little bit and put a shield around him.
Man, JR just getting it done.
I think the shield
this
placement
mayhem.
there was just on the defense for Quantum Fissure just a little bit maybe poor. But then again, Dedicated did come out with a pretty good dive right there.
It seemed like
So
they
maybe
knew they wanted
sometimes-
to kill, and they just executed. Just like
Yeah, when you have
they didn't
when
know
you
how
have
to
the Hammond
respond
that
to
just like it just when you have the Hammond that touches point, somebody's got to touch it, and whoever's going to touch it is practically going to die. You know.
And if you don't like
Yeah,
set
with-
up who is going to go back there, then you have too many people going back there, and then people are pushing, and it's just a mess.
Yeah. Big boop coming off. We'll see if they'll be able to capitalize on that. Snake goes with kills on the Hammond. Tracer gets antied, but she recalls. Mercy gets killed. Very good focusing. Oh, guess Snake comes on the Sombra, but she vamps away.
Oh, Snake avoiding that pulse bomb, but gets taken out by Jen. That
Tracer gets
McCree
hacked.
just taking the damage.
I'm very impressed with Meraki's his playstyle as Sombra. He's pretty much, you know, as much as sometimes, like if they're going for Orisa Hog, he'll charge off them, but instead of that, he just goes invisible and just waits for the Tracer or the Hammond to come on point, and then he hacks them, and then they punish.
So
So
right
now
now
I'm
the
taking
dedicated
this.
have so many ults right now. I'm kind of curious how they're going to use it.
Oh, the Sombra gets hacked on point. That was a very good play from Meraki. Hammond's coming in with ult. They still want to fight this, apparently.
They're investing everything.
Well.
This is all or nothing.
Nano goes onto the Winston. Oh my goodness, the Bongos comes out from Quantum Fissure. They really want to... They too want to hold on to the fence. I mean, obviously I would.
Oh, nice pick.
Hori getting
Winston
2
just
kills
going
as Winston
crazy.
Primal. They need to focus on this Winston hard right now. He does get hacked. Gets double hacked. Will they be able to shield that? And they do. McCree's getting pocketed up above. We will see.
It took so much work to take down that Winston, but it seems like it was worth it.
It really is. McCree still has such presence up on high ground. And gets focused down right away. This is amazing. McCree's not letting go of this, because if he does, you know, someone's gonna punish him, but he just stays up here and just has so much point presence.
If they don't deal with that, it could be over, really.
Really could be. They come up with 2 kills. No one from Dedicated are on point right now, so Dedicated did get it.
Looks like Moira's going after that McCree, but it's just too late. He's already retreating.
Tracer can get a kill on the McCree if she tries. Nope, he's getting healed by Anna. Unfortunate. Well, looks like things have. Looks like Moira might have gotten a little bit. I don't know the word to say that.
I think he thought he had a chance of winning that ham fight, but he was just too low. But luckily the spawn is right where he died. Like, very close.
True. Quantum Fissure does have an ult. They do have the Diva Bomb. It'd be good for, I guess, if they get too much on point, or to send up to the McCree in case, you know, they have to. Actually, looking at it right now, if they can bust down the shield, it's a 10-second. Oh, that was a big pull coming out!
Jeez.
That was amazing!
That was perfect placement as well.
Learn from this, boys and girls. You can do this in your own games. Even needs a lot of healing.
That was a big play from Lena. I'm just kind of curious how they're gonna respond to this damage, because you have, you know, they have McCree, they have Hanzo. They're doing a lot of damage from far away, and all you really got is Sombra from behind trying to hack and a Tracer shooting from far away.
I mean, they have bongos on the defense, and they have, you know, EMB, as I was gonna say. Gets a kill on the Mercy on the Hammond, and really they're picking this up. They're diving in deep. They're not even a dive comp.
I was about to say that as well. I think it was
they're
worth it. They lost one person,
dive.
but they took down 4 people before that happened.
Yeah. Oh, they might get punished. Yeah, the Lucio does get punished. Yeah, Quantum Fissure, maybe one of their problems is not backing up when they need to. 'Cause when you're playing against, you know, a team like, let's say, the Dedicated, you know, they're really going to punish every single thing that they can.
This is it. They're pushing in.
They really are. Hat comes out on the Hammond. If they can focus him down, that would be huge. Oh, high noon.
Very bad
Nano high noon.
Quantum Fissure, they got no ults to respond to all this. They could
really
take a point right now.
They could. I don't think that. Yeah, this might be the one.
If they focus fire, it could definitely be it in under a minute time.
I know they're switching to stall characters right now. Moira, Tracer, Lucio, Sombra going above. She's trying to get a hack and then probably charge GMP as fast as she possibly can. I don't know if it will be a case though.
I want to say that
and she does with
Quantum Fissure has a
bomb.
chance.
This might be huge.
Ooh,
It's gets the bonkos at least. But no,
I want to
Lucio's
say
trying to
Quantum
contest as
Fissure
long
has
as
a
they can.
chance, but that McCree is still uncontested.
He really is. They need to focus fire just a little bit more. But they're stalling this out. Sombra almost has, she's 80% on ult. If they use an EMP, it might be the difference maker.
I think they're just trying to get it into overtime.
I mean, just doing that would be enough. But this Lucio gets moved off point X. 4.5 seconds. I mean, what more could you ask for? They held it for pretty long.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I will say that these two teams, they are excellent at holding in overtime.
Yeah, once you think it's over, you feel like their spawn just gets closer to the point.
It really is. Yeah.
Somehow they're still in overtime.
That perfect cycling that they have. Well, in this case, Dedicated, they're going to be set up with their defense. We'll see what they run. I'm thinking that they're going to run something like a... I don't know if Double Shield is really their type. Like, they're a team that would go dive on defense as well and make it work. So, we'll see what they come out with. Yeah, take my bet now and say they're gonna come out with a McCree Symmetra. Nope, they're gonna go with a McCree Widow. Which is just as good. In a way, Widow on defense here, I'm not too sure about. Just because if, say, the other team ran dive and kind of just got right on point, you know, Ponomer has a way of really blocking off line of sight, except for the windows. But if you're a skilled Widow, you really can't shoot through that.
Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. It's, some crazy plays today. I expected either one team was gonna get rolled or another, but they're just going back and forth, and overtime is real. So.
It really is. Pharmacy early up here, trying to get some. It's 16 charge off that. I mean, the more charge you get, the better.
Seems like they're gonna stick with the Sombra Tracer. It's not a bad choice. I'm really surprised. I feel like if they went with the teleporter, go with Symmetra, that could surprise them and get the point quickly. I think it would be worth a shot. But
true.
They might not have a player that goes Symmetra, so.
I mean, I'm pretty sure every that was a good hook, but yeah, the heals are there for the Pharah. Oh, a kill comes out on the Sombra. That's might just stop their push.
They're just trading right now. It's still anybody's game. Oh,
really
barely enough to take out that Orisa.
Mad Max gets humbled by a Venom Mine. This is pretty even still.
Oh, he got poisoned. I saw that Roadhog trying to heal. No, it's not going to be enough.
Right now, this is really unfortunate for Quantum Fissure because their healers, their Ana, is behind enemy lines. Though it might be a free point, you know, at least they might get one more tick because, you know, the enemy's just not there to defend it.
Yeah, they're just getting tricked by this Ana, trying to thinking it's a free pick, but it's a distraction. And they're taking over the point.
Oh, it's amazing. If Lucy can boop the Pharah, oh, they almost got the point.
Ooh, nice
They
hack.
can punish
Is it gonna
this.
be enough?
Oh, big brain plays coming out.
An unexpected IQ 300 Ana flanking is gonna apparently get the job done.
I mean, who in their right minds can resist an Ana that's flanking behind and not want to go after and kill her?
I mean, you start chasing her, you get slept, you think it's a lucky slep, you start chasing, and you lose the point. It's unfortunate.
I mean, I'm sure there's just a little bit of miscommunication. Huge sleep coming out from Snake. That's like...
I have a lot
Tracer
of people in the
is gonna
chat
punish
screaming C9. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, Meraki does have EMP now. Quantum Fissure, they have 2 ults. 3 ults now that they're going to be working with. Whereas defense, they have about 4. We'll see.
Ooh, Tracer going on point. I don't know if that's a good decision. Oh, she's going for heals. Alright. Oh, man. That far is just going in there, but nice recall. You see that? You see that kill right there from Smash?
Unfortunately, I didn't. I mean, it's a good thing taking out the Pharah because she did have... Oh, the kill comes out on Smash. That might be big. EMP probably will be used. It will be. Sadly, it cannot be used before the Nano went off on the Sigma.
Ooh,
Ults coming out. They are all dedicated to this. Oh, the Pharah comes out with the kill. Gets no one, but the Tracer does pick up a kill on Mad Max.
Oh,
Hog
man,
in a
they're
bit of a
focusing
problem.
that Hog hard. You noticing that? Every time I see
Yeah,
him trying to heal, he's poisoned.
Yeah. The Ana's doing her job.
Light Wolf is just nasty with those grenades, man.
I know Light Wolf personally, and he is a very crazy player.
Do you think they're going to have to take her out to try to get this point first? Because every time they push in, it looks good, and then everyone can't heal themselves.
I mean, if the Sombra can go in for a hack on the Ana, just going in for her alone, and then they can just put some presence. Oh, they get the kill on the McCree. That was huge. Lena does need to play a little bit careful, though. He is the only one really on point and getting focused down so hard.
Ooh, they traded. Anything can happen.
I think at this point the tanks just need to play together. Anti coming out on the enemy Sigma. I say enemy just because they're red on my screen.
Gotcha.
Sadly. Dedicated.
Oh, too much pressure for Orisa, and she is not gonna escape, unfortunately.
They have quite a defense there set up. It's like half bunker. I mean, double shield is always hard to break through. Like, they really have to rely on this EMP. And defense coming out with a Doom? I don't know if they're gonna stay with that. They're not gonna. Probably gonna go back to the McCree or Farah.
I think Quantum Fissure has enough time to kind of push in there and try to get some ults before they commit again. Because right now, they don't have any ult besides the Honor Boost. And Sombra's about to get hers as well. So you got 2 coming up.
Yeah. You have to watch out for this Doomfist. He's gonna be the one that's gonna do some... And they picked up 2 kills there. The Doomfist gets a kill on the Ana.
Oh, Doomfist is
Hack is not
ugly.
Hack was unavailable. Yeah, she wasn't able to get the hack onto the Doomfist. That was sad. And he cleans them all up. Yep, all of them. Yeah, Quantum Fissure, they need to focus on the targets. I would almost say for them to go to a Widow. Even though it's double shield, if they can get the pick on the, you know, either Ana, or if they can get a good kill on the Lucio or the Hot, you know, or the Doomfist. At this moment, it's just like, who to focus?
I noticed that they switched out the Roadhog for another shield. I think that was good.
That's a good call.
Since he had no shield, and they just kept poisoning him, sleeping him, he couldn't heal himself.
It's a good EMP coming out because it, you know, focused on the Ana. She couldn't throw an anti-nade when they tried to push up. Beat coming out from Quantum Fissure. We'll see. There's no picks coming out. They got the kill on the Tracer. That's actually pretty big.
Everyone can't
Comes
heal,
with ult,
but
gets
somehow
nothing.
staying alive.
Altagoth goes down. If they can focus down the Orisa on point, they might be able to get it.
Ooh, I don't know.
She's just dancing between her shield.
It's not looking good. I think they lost the fight. Yeah.
See, the problem here is they're relying so much on the Sombra and her EMP that that's only what they're working for. And if you think about it, the Sombra is spending her time invis, and then she's spending her time running away and in the backline, you know, just charging for EMP. There's not much damage that's actually coming out from it, which is good that they switched off and went to the Reaper, because they just need to get the damage in.
If I were them, I feel like they should really go with the pharmacy. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, they don't have any counters to it.
Ooh, that nade
Of course,
hits
that could change in an instant. Oh, kill coming out with the Lucio. He's nanoed again. That's what they're working for, the dedicated. They're just working with it.
I don't know if you noticed this, but not freaking Light Wolf. He hit everybody with that nade, and as soon as he did, the callouts must have been real because everybody dove on that, and no one could heal themselves.
Oh, the communication is amazing on Dedicated's part. The sleep comes out, does not get him.
Sigma's gonna have to do something huge right now. He has to get the ult of his life, because everyone got that heals from Lucio.
I don't think he gets any kill. They're trying to focus the Doomfist really hard.
Oh.
A little bit miscommunication, I think, with the ults right there, but still gets the job done on the Dedicated's part. They're focusing down the Sigma, and yes, this will be a kill. This will be a win. The Dedicated.
Yeah, once the Dedicated did the Sigma Doomfist ult, I could see it. They captured 2 people. That's basically a team fight win right there.
Even though technically right there they didn't really get any, you know, value out of the Doomfist Sigma ult because they did the Doomfist ult too early. But still, it was a cool season.
That's just way too much damage to come back from that. But it's even. We're
Really?
going to a third match.
Yeah, it's one to one at this point. Yeah, the anti-nades, they were really I would say the difference maker. Because, you know, Quantum Fissure couldn't really push up or do anything. Their tanks couldn't do anything. The Hog couldn't do anything because he was constantly getting emptied.
Yeah, MVP of that
This is
match.
the nightmare. Yeah.
Yo, everybody in the chats commenting on those huge nades. I agree.
No, I've been in that problem. I think we all have on attack, and you just can't find the right, you know, the right shtick. I think it's called to that'll just make it work. Perhaps a Farah could have worked, but then the defense just would have went right back to spawn and switched to McCree to counter you. So I don't know. I think they just needed to.
They did wrong? What do you think they should have done? Or do you think just those nades were just too much?
I just think the focusing just could have been just a little bit better, and just not relying so much on the Sombra. If anything, switch off the Sombra a little bit earlier. Like I said, perhaps a Widow or a McCree themselves, so they can just kind of take some high ground presence and just deny the enemy just a little bit of space, maybe pocket the McCree. You know, like how the Dedicated were doing on their attack. You know, there's not really much you can do if they, you know, if you have complete line of sight and you're getting damage boosted or just pocketed. You know, then you can just send even go Hammond, let's just say, and then you can just keep touching the point and just focus on the right targets. I just think Fissure just needs to focus on the right targets a little bit more. We'll see if that all comes out in the next match. Seems like it's going to be Blizzard World. A fun map, depending.
Yeah, definitely. That's like you either love that map or you hate it.
Yep. We'll see. Once
I
again,
remember
I'll be
that
right
map
back.
being really fun on goats. All right.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'll stay for a second. I don't know. I prefer playing anti-goats on Blizzard World instead of goats. Like goats was fun playing on practically any other map, like Volskaya for sure. But I don't know. I like anti-goats on Blizzard World. But I will be right back.
All right. Hope you guys are enjoying these matches. You know, when I'm like commentating on these matches, I can't really look at the chat until the round is over. So let me taking a look right now. I mean, it's dead even right now. Who do you guys want to win? Dedicated got to win. Fissure's got to win. It's really anybody's game. I'm not really sure about this map. This map is it's gonna be tough for both teams to capitalize on this.
Alright, I'm back. I heard a bit what you said. I actually think that the Dedicated have it built a little bit more in their favor, since Hammond is pretty pog on this map, and they seem to be running Hammond in every single one of their attacks. They're probably going to run an Orisa Hog, Orisa Hammond, and then like a Tracer anything. I'm thinking the Dedicated will pull through. They seem like a much more disciplined team.
Mm-hmm.
But I have high hopes for Fissure. I think they can pull it around. You know.
Like Quantum Fissure, I feel like if they can call out a lot better, right, compared to like earlier the first map, I think they have a good shot. Because I remember the Dedicated, they were just flanking and Quantum was just falling down one by this Tracer. And then once they got used to like calling out, Tracer wasn't getting any picks. They were holding on point. They had ult control.
Yep.
But right there, like you said, they should have switched some things up earlier.
Yeah, honestly. But who knows? Dedicated on defense one more time. We'll see if we can go for another crazy Ana flank, and that might work out again. We will see.
I see a lot of some people in the chat calling Lena the GOAT. It's the GOAT of this match. I don't know. We can't really call someone a GOAT until they win. So, we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Now, Lena has had some pretty amazing plays today.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
Yeah, just as long as he can play Hog and not get antied, as long as the shields are there, I'm pretty sure they'll be able to pull this one out. They seem to be going for a defensive Widow McCree, and then double shield. The attack is a Hanzo and Tracer versus a Hog. Yeah, so pretty simple comps we're going here. Of course, it's good luck to destroy all the balloons, so obviously that's what they're doing.
Can't forget that. That's what happens before every match, and no one wants to admit that.
Yep. Most
Alright,
important
so we
rule.
got two Widows. This could end quickly if Quantum Fissure don't have their A game right now.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Quantum, they're coming with the double sniper, so as long as they can just get those sight lines, just get the pressure. Oh, okay, pull comes up, nothing capitalized on it. Okay, the kill comes out in the Hog. Yep. Dedicated, they seem to be speed. Pull up a good defense.
I've been seeing a lot of Aristas from both sides going for that, trying to pull them in and getting that hook. But every time that happens, the Arista using her ability not to get pulled up. Very, very smart.
Yep. Yeah, Con and Fissure know that to push up, you know, with the sight lines that they have, they're gonna need a double shield. Also going with the Reaper. So they're pretty much, they're just gonna try looking for a brawl. Somewhat of a brawl on point with a Reaper and double shield, and then have the Widow take some sight lines from above. We'll see if it works out that way. They seem to be pushing to the right. Get some extra shields. See if they can get this Reaper on point. Two of them got antied. Mad Max and American.
Oh, we got a Widow battle going on right here. Smash trying to peek out.
Yes.
Oh, he misses. He misses twice. It just takes
What comes up
one
from
pick.
above? Another huge anti. Oh my goodness, they got a 2K on the healers.
Man, I'm gonna
Snake
have to get a
popping
camera on
off.
Snake. Snake's just doing way too much right now.
They got the kill him. Yep. Lena, yes, is popping off as well. Okay, so yeah, as soon as they switch their comp with the double shield Reaper, obviously that was the pick. However, JR Tico, he goes to the Doomfist. The same one that wrecked him on Holland.
Surprisingly, they're going off to Ana. You know, Snake ain't doing a lot of work, but he's going to Moira. What do you think about that change? Think that's what they need?
Well, they're switching to a Sombra as well instead of the Reaper, so maybe it will work. You know, perhaps I wouldn't have, just because of the Hammond. Maybe they switched to that just because they had a Doomfist on the enemy team. You know, Ana, and Doomfist versus Ana is kind of 50-50. Lena does need to, I've seen, maybe he's getting shaky hands or something. He keeps missing a bunch of his rocks. I don't know what the actual name for the rock is.
That could be it. I mean, sometimes when you're not hitting your shots, you just gotta admit it and, you know, change for the best of your team.
Yep.
Ooh, nasty nade.
Tico is getting pocketed out of his mind. He did not die there.
You know, a lot of people in the chat calling Lightwolf that he has aimbot. All these nades, just too many nade hits. Determining these fights, my gosh.
He really is. No, I play against him as a Widow, and he is an amazing Widow as well. No joke.
Dangerous combination.
And Murakini's be focusing down the Doomfist and the Hammond, so that's going to be a problem in itself. Kill coming out in Snake.
And what are the odds of that? Both Widows using their ults at the same time? There are no surprises. Oh, nice from Smash. Smash just clutch against Jen.
Trying to establish that Widow dominance. We will see. JR Tico gets the kill on. Yeah, it's looking like a really good defense. Once again, coming from the dedicated. I think Fissure just needs to figure out how to best counter him. They're coming in with their EMP. If they don't get anything, then they should switch off Sombra.
They're getting a lot of value off this res. I mean, that could have been huge, but, you know, for some reason, dedicated think they can go without the res.
Yeah. A lot of damage coming out from Quantum Fissure. They just need to focus on the right targets. Obviously, they're trying to focus on the Mercy, and she gets killed. They do have to focus down the Doom. We will see if they do. Doom really is the problem. He does get hacked.
Almost getting hacked. Oh yeah, he's down now.
Okay. They will be going in without Lena. Lena did get picked off.
I see a lot of people picking Moira because you can get her ult so fast. I mean, you throw the healing orb, let your teammates know about it.
Yeah, if you're going for a damage kind of comp. They do need to keep pushing the payload, though. That's one thing.
No one's on the payload right now.
No one does, yeah. A huge anti that's coming out. Oh.
Ooh, I don't know about this Ana boosted Widow. The trust in this accuracy is real.
No one can hide from my sight.
Maybe I didn't see it at the moment, but maybe they just did it to, maybe the Widow was gonna be killed, and they just did it to Nanoheart. I don't know.
Ooh, very nice.
They have EMP again.
Jex is just always in a good position with the Widow. I feel like the only downfall for him is she doesn't have a res to back him up, because he's been winning these kind of Widow fights, but when this res comes up, it makes that pick meaningless, and then they push with their Widow.
Tracer trying to go behind and does get the kill onto the Widow. Yeah, Jackson C really just has the sight lines down.
Oh, nice, nice hook, but I don't think they're gonna capitalize on it.
Oh, his sleep comes out, and an anti-nade. Lena's worst nightmare.
Ooh, that's clutch. That could be it right there.
Could be. Yeah, like I said, I don't know about the Sombra pick.
They're gonna have to push out without Widow. That stagger is gonna be real, but you know Snake has his ult, so he can make up for it if he takes out his support, because that's strong enough to make it happen.
Yep. EMP comes out. Doesn't get anything. If anything, it was just... Yeah, that EMP got absolutely no value. In that case, if you're going to be running the Sombra and you're just trying to... There's no point if you're not going to get a good use out of it.
Oh, and Snake playing very... Oh, he gets taken out in his ult. He was playing very smart. He waited until he got slept.
Rocky tried to stall, but couldn't. Yeah, no, you could tell Jexing's had the dominant Widow play. But, you know, still both Widows put up quite a fight. But Jexing's just had the line of sight and kept on killing Snake every single moment. Which is unfortunate.
Yeah,
I mean, there's nothing much you can do. I didn't see any bad placement, but just the aggression. The defensive aggression that was coming out from Dedicated was pretty amazing.
I feel like this is very winnable for Quantum Fissure. I mean, if they get that first point and they stay coordinated, I mean it's not a lot of distance to overcome. But we'll see what happens. I mean, they could pull out that Bastion, or they could just hold them. Like sometimes you can't even get past the first point.
Yeah, it depends if Dedicated wants to run with that dive again, because their dive is, you know, well-coordinated teams, you know, teams that work really well together and are really disciplined, they tend to lean more on dive, which is what the Dedicated, you know, pretty much like. So we'll see if they do run with that. If they do, it'll probably be a quick point. Or they'll just go with a double shield. Yeah, that's Blizzard roll for you.
Kind of surprised no one using any Halloween skins, because there are so many good ones out, especially that Junkrat.
Yeah.
Seen that Junkrat? Like made out of lava.
I mean, I haven't seen it personally, but I'll take your word for it. That does sound pretty cool. Like I said, I haven't played Overwatch for like 2 weeks.
But yeah, it just came out. It's kind of new.
Okay. Alright, Ressa Hog on attack.
Oh,
We'll see, they're trying this, even though, you know, double shield is what Quantum Fissure used. We'll see if the Dedicated make this work. Snake really needs to hit his antis, though.
Ooh. He got a good nade on McCree, but they couldn't follow up with that.
There's a lot of damage coming out from Quantum Fissure. Sorry, from the Dedicated.
I feel like if their Roadhog, yeah, Quantum can get a good hook off one of their tanks, and they focus, they could win the fight.
They really could, yeah.
But this double shield is making it incredibly difficult for that to happen. Oh, he goes past the shield?
McCree gets hacked. Yeah, McCree gets hacked. Lena might be in a problem. His anti-T does get taken out.
Ooh, Lena, I thought he was going to get picked off earlier, but somehow getting out of the situation, but still, they're just focusing him hard. Oh, this is over.
Sure, got hacked. I don't think, yeah, they won't be able to defend this any longer. Yeah, one of the big problems with Quantum Fissure is just peeking too much, or just not knowing when to back up when you should. You know, it's unfortunate though. It's hard to, you know, finding out how much is enough.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Sometimes it just goes against your playstyle, but sometimes you just gotta change when the situation calls. I mean, when you have to back up, because sometimes you feel like, oh, I can hold this till my team comes back. It could be a bad decision.
Yeah, you see, Jackson's, he's going in so aggressive because he knows that, oh, Smash gets a kill on the Mercy. That was well punished, but Jackson's is still like right up and behind them.
Yeah, and he has
he's
his ult
probably
too.
looking for a high. Yeah, he's looking for a high noon, this definitely. But the Tracer might be able to punish him there.
Oh no!
Yeah, they know where he is.
Flashbang. Oh, the critical hit! If you can take out this Mercy, it's definitely play the game. Oh, he's going after this McCree.
Mercy gets punished, unfortunately. Yeah, it looks like Quantum Fissure, their defense is just kind of falling apart.
Jex is just putting in so much work right now. If he can get the Deadeye in there.
See, it's unfortunate with the flanking McCree. You taking out the healers and everybody focusing on that instead of the point. The payload is pushing up, and the Orisa is left all by herself on point. With no support.
Yo, if you can get
It's
some
unfortunate,
creeps
but
off that high noon, it could be over. What do you think about that?
it really could be. I mean, both teams have high noon, but which is going to be able to find more value? Smash gets a
and they
kill on
focus
Tracer
them
and the
hard.
McCree. This is a win, a team win right there when Jackson goes down.
I can't deny that. Once you use 3 people off the bat, I mean, you can't 6v3.
Hog uses ult. He's probably going to switch to a Hammond. I'm guessing then he can run the absolute dive. Hammond Winston.
It seemed like there was some kind of miscommunication. I guess, I mean, sometimes when you're in front of your team most of the time, you can't tell who's alive or not, unless you're looking at the feed. So I guess he thought they were in good situation, so he ulted. But there was nobody there.
Lena tried to solo ult the McCree, but unfortunately he was just game pocketed. I don't know. JR Tico gets a 3k.
Ooh.
And looking like this is actually going to be pretty quick.
And
But
Jex
for
took out
Denver.
that Tracer. I don't know if you saw that, but he stunned and shot. And then before the bullet even hit, he was dead and Tracer was dead at the same time. But it was an intense match.
Yeah, that was amazing. He was definitely the player of the match, I would say. Sadly, he didn't get to play the game. And no, very high level play coming from both teams. Was very impressed with this match. But at the end of the night, it's dedicated. They'll be taking the 2-1 win.
Yeah, it was a really
Hard
close
fought.
match. I hope you guys
Both
enjoyed
teams.
watching this stream. Thanks for joining CaptQuiggles. Hopefully we can do this again in another match.
Yeah, I hope so in the future.
I'm going to end this stream right now, but hope you guys have a good night. And I'll catch you guys later.